Hello everyone and welcome to Littlefield live streaming. Tonight we have Pop Culture Trivia, Kimmy Schmidt edition. Now please welcome your host, Rob.
Hey everybody, we are live. It is Wednesday night. It's time for the Wednesday Night Delight. Of course, it is trivia night. You are streaming live with Littlefield NYC, littlefieldnyc.com. Everyone, of course, right now probably coming from the windows, applauding all of the emergency workers or the essential workers. So we're going to give everyone just a few moments to, to gather themselves, to get over, to grab themselves, maybe grab a drink, and then join us for some Kimmy Schmidt trivia. We've got 5 mini rounds of questions, 3 questions each, 5 rounds, 15 questions. You are playing for prizes tonight, so do not forget. And also, if you don't think maybe you don't have the best knowledge of tonight, that's fine. You're here. I'm glad you're here. You should be glad you're here. All you need is a great team name, and you can also win prizes. So I'm super thrilled that everyone is here. I'm very excited to get started tonight. I don't know if anyone has already gone through the interactive Kimmy Schmidt special. It was released yesterday, but if you haven't, don't worry. You don't need to know everything about the show to play along. Tonight, of course, we are here with Littlefield. Tickets and donations for tonight's trivia are benefiting the staff of Littlefield and charity. Littlefield has launched curbside pickup at Parklife. Enjoy tacos and margarita pictures while you're watching a Littlefield live stream. Maybe next week you think to yourself, you know what, I should go pick up like a pitcher of margaritas, some tacos, and then come watch trivia. You can make that happen. I want to thank you for supporting the hospitality industry. If you want to contribute more than you already have tonight, you can share. You can go to the GoFundMe on Littlefield NYC. You can also purchase gift cards for live shows or gift cards for food and drink at Parklife. Littlefield is also a proud member of the National Independent Venue Association. And I ask, and they ask, and everyone asks you, please support local venues like Littlefield once we are no longer on pause in New York. And again, that site is littlefieldnyc.com. Let's talk tonight's rules. The rules for tonight. Rule number 1, don't cheat. Like, we're all just doing this at home, right? You don't need to be the person that cheats and that looks up answers. It's fine. You've probably got a great team name anyway. So what does it matter? Have fun, relax, don't look up the answers. Rule number 2, always wear a mask when social distancing is not possible. Rule number 3, have fun. 4 is, of course, wash your hands. Everyone was already doing that. The best score and the best team names will win prizes tonight. When you are filling out your answer key, if you are interested in potentially winning prizes, not just the glory of the moment, but if you do want prizes, you can leave your email address. We won't email you unless you ask explicitly, but if you do set your email there and you win, we will be letting you know what you'll be winning. What you'll be winning is some tickets to Littlefield shows when Littlefield opens up again, when we're all allowed outside of our homes, when the quarantine beards aren't quite as thick, when the hair is dyed properly, when it's cut, when everyone is looking their best. That's when you can go to Littlefield, grab those tickets. We'll be emailing the people who do win. But the answer key, let's talk about the answer key tonight. If you want to play along, here is how. bit.ly/PCT Pop Culture Trivia 003. We got the URL right here. If you don't have a way to use multiple devices, that's cool too. Tonight's questions are all multiple choice, and here's what you can do. You can just jot down all of your answers, A, B, C, or D, and then afterwards, when we're in the intermission, where I give you time to answer your questions, make sure you know everything that you're going to answer, then you just go and you fill it out then. So you can play along. You can just sit next to someone, write down your answers. Listen, I think no one no one can resist feeling smarter than the person next to them. So if there's two of you, I suggest you play in separate teams and compete against each other. Because, I mean, who else are you going to compete against? We've got people live on YouTube. We've got people in Zoom. So I am ready. I hope you are ready. We are just going to filibuster for probably another moment or so. And what we are looking for, if you, let's say you're enjoying a drink tonight. Tonight I am enjoying a beer. I'll be honest, over the summer I normally host trivia at Park Life on Wednesday nights. And the Sloop Brewing Juice Bomb IPA is one of my favorites to have at the bar. So I sought out a beer so I could have that same experience, although it's not exactly the same as being under the trellis when we're in this, I would call it an undisclosed location. We're not at Littlefield, we're in my home instead. So, if you have a question, there is a chat on YouTube. There is a chat in the Littlefield Zoom. I'll be able to see your questions there. We've also got the Littlefield staff is also looking to see what's going on. So you can put in your chats there. If you got questions, if you need me to go back, that's what the chat is for. If you want to tell me what you're drinking tonight, that's what the chat is for. If you want to say hi, that's what the chat is for. However, let's get started. It is going to be round one. The theme for round one is memes. Of course, Kimmy Schmidt, full of some great memes, including the very first moments of the show. In the show, the theme song for Uncrapeable, that'd be a great, delicious crepe, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, is sung by Walter Bankston. Of course, Walter Bankston is the character on the show. After the mole women of Durnsville, Indiana are saved. That's not a spoiler. Like I said, it literally happens in the first moment of the first episode of the show. The song is authentically fun because it was created by the Gregory Brothers. The Gregory Brothers are the creators of which web series? Slow Jam the News, Bad Lip Reading, Songify the News, or Star Wars Kid? Again, it's bit.ly/PCT003. It can be all caps or it can be all lower caps with that. And then you'll get one of four possible answers with here. So once again, question number one. In the show, the theme from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is sung by Walter Bankston after the mole women of Durnsville, Indiana are saved. That's not a spoiler. It literally happens in the first moments of the first episode. The song is authentically fun because it's created by the Gregory Brothers, creators of which web series? Is it Slow Jam the News? Is it Bad Lip Reading? Is it Songify the News? Or is it Star Wars Kid? What did the Gregory Brothers create that's ultimately parodied but by themselves in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Question number two. Walter Bankston's song is extremely familiar in theme because it was the Gregory Brothers, again, who made Anton Dodson. Let's try that again. It's been a long day. Walter Bankston's song is extremely familiar because it was the Gregory Brothers who also made Antoine Dodson famous. After being interviewed by his local NBC affiliate, the Gregory Brothers turned Antoine's interview into what internet famous song? It was performed at the BET Awards the year it was released. Was the song Chocolate Rain? Was the song Keyboard Cat? Was the song Gangnam Style? Or was the song the Bed Intruder Song? What song made Antoine Dodson famous? It's question number two. Once more, question number two. Walter Bankston's song is extremely familiar because it was the same Gregory Brothers who made Antoine Dodson famous after an interview with his local NBC affiliate. The Gregory Brothers turned Antoine Dodson's interview about a crime into what internet famous song? Was it Chocolate Rain? Was it Keyboard Cat? Was it Gangnam Style? Or was it the Bed Intruder Song? Reach into your meme pocket for this one. My favorite little moments in this the whole time is while you're thinking and the camera doesn't change. It's been on me, just stays here. So we just have a little moment. Just you and me. All right, question number 3. Question number 3, musical beams play a big part in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and they also played a big part of Ally McBeal. In Ally McBeal, which early meme represented Ally's biological clock? Gotta dig deep for this one, back when GIFs had a very long time to download. Was the meme that represented Ally McBeal's biological clock the dancing baby? Was it hamster dance? Was it Admiral Akbar's It's a Trap? Or was it Badger, Badger, Badger? Badger, Badger, Badger is one of my favorite memes on the internet, but I'm not saying it's necessarily the answer, and I'm not saying it's not necessarily the answer. Question number 3, one more time. Musical memes play a big part of the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt show, and memes also played a big part of Ally McBeal. One meme specifically. In Ally McBeal, which early meme represented Ally's biological clock? Was it the dancing baby? Was it the hamster dance? Was it Admiral Akbar's It's a Trap? Or was it Badger, Badger, Badger? Which was the meme that was the part of that Ally McBeal that I enjoyed? That brings us to the end of round number 1. Like I said, we have mini rounds. Make you feel accomplished that we've done something together. That's the end of round 1. You and I, we've already completed a round today. I think you deserve a drink, right? Even if it's a soda pop, if it's a beer, if it's wine, if it's something harder, whatever it is, you deserve it. Little scream outside, cool. Pop culture trivia tonight is co-presented by the Skint. You can see this week's post from the Skint going through today. Free and cheap New York every day. Normally, when we're not on pause, the Skint will show you free and cheap things to do in New York City every single day. While we're on pause, you'll get 2 emails a week telling you what you can do at home and online that's still free and cheap. I thank the Skint for co-presenting tonight. We're going to move on to round number 2. Round number 2 is the Robert Carlock round. Robert Carlock is one of the creators of Kimmy Schmidt and also the showrunner for 30 Rock. Question number 4. Robert Carlock is the co-creator of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt and was the showrunner for 30 Rock. Not to repeat myself, but his first job writing was on this show in 1996, which only lasted 1 season and was hosted by a Saturday Night Live alum. The show gave headline sponsorship to Taco Bell, Mug Root Beer, Mountain Dew, Diet Mug Root Beer, Pepsi Stuff, and eventually Szechuan Dynasty, which was a Chinese food place near where they shot the show. What was the show? Was it the Martin Short Show? Was it the Chevy Chase Show? Was it the Ben Stiller Show? Or was it the Dana Carvey Show? All of these were real shows. This one, I didn't make up any answers. What show did Robert Carlock get his start writing on? That's the question. Question number 4, one more time. Robert Carlock is the co-creator of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and was the showrunner for 30 Rock. His first job writing on television was this show in 1996. It only lasted 1 season and was hosted by a Saturday Night Live alum. The show gave headline sponsorships, so the show was like Taco Bell presents this, or it was the Taco Bell this. So the show gave headline sponsorship to Taco Bell, Mug Root Beer, Mountain Dew, Diet Mug Root Beer, Pepsi Stuff, and Szechuan Dynasty. When the show was added to Hulu, there was a documentary about the show as well. What was the show? Was it the Martin Short Show? Was it the Chevy Chase Show? Was it the Ben Stiller Show? Or was it the Dana Carvey Show? Which was the show? It's just you and me again. Having a moment while you think about the answer to this question. All right, question number 5. Still in the Robert Carlock rounds. Robert Carlock was a writer and producer of Friends from 2001 to 2004. When Friends ended in 2004, he became a writer and co-executive producer of what Friends spinoff? Was it A, Monica, B, Joey, C, Supercomputer, or D, Phoebe? What show did Robert Carlock co-executive produce and write after Friends went off the air? Once again, question number 5. Robert Carlock was a writer and producer of Friends from 2001 to 2004. When Friends ended in 2004, he became a writer and co-executive producer of what Friends spinoff? Was it A, Monica, B, Joey, C, Supercomputer, or D, Phoebe? What was the Friends spinoff? That was question number 5. Heading on to question number 6. This one's a deep cut question. Robert Carlock is from Waltham, Massachusetts, a town that made an appearance in the 30 Rock episode Winter Madness, which included this guest star, who won a Primetime Emmy Award for her portrayal of Sarah Palin in Game Change and was nominated for an Oscar in Boogie Nights. Was the guest star Emma Stone, Julianne Moore, Malala Yousafzai, or Whoopi Goldberg? Who was the guest star in that episode of 30 Rock, who also portrayed Sarah Palin in Game Change and was nominated for an Oscar in Boogie Nights? Boogie Nights is one of those movies that gets asked about in trivia a lot. I'm not entirely sure why. Outside of that, usually the people that host these things are weirdos or perverts. Anyway, question number 6. Robert Carlock is from Waltham, Massachusetts, a town that made an appearance in the 30 Rock episode Winter Madness, one of my favorites, which included this guest star who had previously won a Primetime Emmy Award for her portrayal of Sarah Palin in Game Change and was nominated for an Oscar for her role in Boogie Nights. Was it Emma Stone? Was it Julianne Moore? Was it Malala? Or was it Whoopi Goldberg? I realized while reading that question a second time, I don't actually know how to pronounce Malala's last name, so I decided not to say it. However, by admitting that I didn't know it and then didn't say it, I negate the whole thing anyway. That is question number 6. We have accomplished something together again. Question number 6 is over. That is technically the end of mini round number 2. That's the second thing you've done today. There we go. And I told you about the skints earlier. Now I want to tell you about the Briefly. It is a news digest, hyper-locally focused on New York City. This was a contributed photo today. You can learn things all about how the mayor managed to make everybody hate him. There'll be some new bike paths opening up this week as a result of what the mayor calls his open streets policy, even though they were planned for years now. And Queens may open up all of its public golf courses for people to just hang out in like they're public parks. Anyway, let's move on to round number 3. If you're interested in that, you can go to thebriefly.com or also in the answer key at bit.ly.com/PCT003. At the end, you can opt in to sign up for the Briefly. Round number 3, Ellie Kemper, Kimmy Schmidt herself. Question number 7. In 2007, Ellie Kemper appeared in a Derek comedy sketch. Derek comedy's 3 main members were Dominic Dierkes, DC Pearson, and this actor/comedian/musician who also voiced Simba in the remake of The Lion King. Who is the 3rd member of Derek Comedy? Is it Seth Rogen? Is it Jon Favreau? Is it Donald Glover? Or is it Billy Eichner? That's the question. Who voiced Simba in the remake of The Lion King and was the 3rd member of Derek Comedy? Once again, question number 7. Ellie Kemper appeared in a Derek comedy sketch. Derek comedy's 3 main members were Dominic Dierkes, DC Pearson, and this actor, comedian, musician who played/voiced Simba in the remake of The Lion King. Was it A, Seth Rogen, B, Jon Favreau, C, Donald Glover, or D, Billy Eichner? Who was it? If you know the answer, you'll get a point. If you don't, that's fine too. We're just here to have fun. Question number 7 is over. That is in the past. Question number 8 is the future. Question number 8. Ellie Kemper won the 2012 MTV Movie Award for Best Gut-Wrenching Performance as part of the cast of Bridesmaids. They beat Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Ryan Gosling for Drive, Bryce Dallas Howard for The Help, and Jonah Hill and Rob Riggle for the remake of this TV show. Was it A, 21 Jump Street, B, The A-Team, C, Baywatch, or D, Starsky and Hutch? Managed to activate Siri just there. That is question number 8. One more time. Ellie Kemper won the 2012 MTV Movie Award for Best Gut-Wrenching Performance as part of the cast of Bridesmaids. They beat Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, Ryan Gosling for Drive, Bryce Dallas Howard for The Help, and Jonah Hill and Rob Riggle together for the remake of this TV show. Was it 21 Jump Street? Was it The A-Team? Was it Baywatch? Or was it Starsky and Hutch? Which was it? Ellie Kemper was actually in the movie that won, in the movie that I'm talking about, the one that Jonah Hill and Rob Riggle are in. One of these 4. A little bonus hints for you. Question number 9. When Ellie Kemper was in high school in St. Louis in 1993, she had a very fortuitous drama teacher. Before moving to Los Angeles, what actor taught St. Louis high school drama classes? Was it A, Liam Neeson? Was it B, Lin-Manuel Miranda? Was it C, Teller? Or was it D, John Hamm? It's astounding, by the way, that any of these people were teachers, but they all were teachers before they were actors. Gene Simmons from Kiss was also a teacher before he was a musician, but I don't think anyone would have believed that he taught high school drama. Question number 9, one more time. When Ellie Kemper was in high school in St. Louis in 1993, she had a very fortuitous drama teacher. Before moving to Los Angeles, what actor taught St. Louis high school drama classes? Was it A, Liam Neeson? Was it B, Lin-Manuel Miranda? Was it C, Teller? Or was it D, John Hamm? Could have been any of them. There's only one of them. I don't know if you can really see the background here. This is the exterior of the apartment building that the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was shot in front of. It's not in East Dogmouth, New York, but it's in Greenpoint somewhere. I'm sure that the people who live there love the idea of people stopping by and taking photos on their stoop. Question number 9. That's mini round number 3. We're just turning the corner here. We're on our way home at this point. We've got 6 questions left. We've been having a good time together. We're hanging out. You've invited me into your home, or maybe into wherever you are right now. And we're just hanging out. It's you and me. I'm asking you some questions. Enjoying a drink. I thank you for your hospitality in here. It's lovely. I know you've been struggling to keep it clean maybe during quarantine, but I just want to tell you that I appreciate the work that you're doing to keep everything, keep everything clear and all that. Let's move on to round number 4 if things get weird. Round number 4, Ronald Wilkerson. If you haven't seen the show, that name means nothing to you. If you only saw the show while reading Twitter, that name probably doesn't mean much to you. But we soldier on. Round number 4, question number 10. Titus Andromedon has Broadway aspirations, but he's also failed his audition for The Lion King. He does eventually become part of a Broadway show that received a movie adaptation recently that was compared to the experience of, and this is a quote, taking military-grade LSD and going to Petco. What Broadway show's cast did Titus join? Was it A, Les Mis? Was it B, The Jungle Book? Was it C, Cats? Or was it D, Hamilton? The movie adaptation was compared to taking military-grade LSD and going to Petco. I think that was the BroadwayBeats.com review. Once again, question number 10. Titus Andromedon has Broadway aspirations, having failed for his audition for The Lion King. He does eventually become a part of a Broadway show that received a recent movie adaptation that was compared to the experience of taking military-grade LSD and going to Petco. What Broadway show's cast did Titus join? Was it A, Les Mis? Was it B, The Jungle Book? Was it C, Cats? Or was it D, Hamilton? Hamilton in the future will be one of the topics of one of these pop culture trivias, but you'll find out when eventually. I'll be revealing next week's theme at the end of this week. So hang in, we've got some time still. Question number 10 is in the past. Question number 11 is right now. Titus also auditions for a role in Spider-Man 2, Too Many Spider-Men, which was a sequel to Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, which was a real Broadway show. Members of what band wrote the music for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? Was it U2? Was it Green Day? Was it Smash Mouth? Or was it ABBA? What band wrote the songs for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, which is only a slightly more far-fetched name for a Broadway show than Spider-Man 2, Too Many Spider-Men. It's question number 11. We're going to read it one more time, you and me. Well, I'm going to do the reading. You're going to do the listening, if you're listening. If not, that's cool too. I thank you for just having it on. Titus also auditions for a role in Spider-Man 2, Too Many Spider-Men, which was a sequel to the real-life Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. Members of what band wrote the music for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? Was it A, U2? Was it B, Green Day? Was it C, Smash Mouth? Or was it D, ABBA? Just hanging out. Sometimes when you're hanging out with people, you don't even need to say anything. You just be in the same room, and that's cool. Although today we've got some quiet music playing. That way it's just not totally silent here. Groove out to some of those innocuous tunes that sound like you're inside of a store of some variety. Question 11 was, let's move on. Titus Burgess, the actor who plays Titus Andromedon, Titus Burgess won a Webby Award in 2015 for Best Actor, which matched Ellie Kemper's Best Actress Award. The same year, a Special Achievement Award was presented for this online challenge to promote awareness of Lou Gehrig's disease. What was the challenge that won the Webby Award that year? Was it A, the Cinnamon Challenge? Was it B, let's pretend there's an E right here, Movember/No Shave November? Was it C, the Ice Bucket Challenge? Or was it D, the Camel Toe Challenge? Question number 12, one more time. Titus Burgess won an award, a Webby Award in 2015 for Best Actor in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, matching Ellie Kemper's award, that was Best Actress. The same year, a Special Achievement Award was presented for this online challenge to promote the awareness of Lou Gehrig's disease. What was the challenge that won the Webby Award that year? Was it A, the Cinnamon Challenge? Was it B, Movember/No Shave November? Was it C, the Ice Bucket Challenge? Or was it D, the Camel Toe Challenge? One of those won an award. The other three did not. Which one was it? 2015. Everyone was doing it. Were you out there in 2015 promoting awareness of Lou Gehrig's disease with the Cinnamon Challenge or No Shave November or the Ice Bucket Challenge or the Camel Toe Challenge? I should say at my feet here. Hold on a moment. I'll show what's going on here. I'm being a little distracted. I got my pup. I got my pup Scooter right here, who is hanging out at my feet. He's been sleeping this whole time. But now he's decided it's time to, oh, the other one is awake. It's time to start playing. The other one, get over here, little guy. He's the younger one. This is Pepper, making his stream debut right now. How's it going, bud? Well, that is Pepper and Scooter, my pups. They're hanging around the room. We are moving on to question number 13, which corresponds with round 5, the New York as a character round. Now, I will say the New York as a character is one of my least favorite tropes in TV shows, but I do happen to love a lot of shows where New York is a character on the show. So, the New York as a character round. As the dogs are both pawing at my feet. Kimmy and her boyfriend Dong go to Central Park and come across the Cherry Hill Fountain, which is kind of an accidental landmark. Dong thinks he recognizes the fountain from the opening credits of his favorite show, Six White Complainers, but the show's fountain is actually in the Warner Brothers Ranch backlot in Burbank, California. What American TV show's opening credits did Kimmy think was filmed at the Cherry Hill Fountain in Central Park? Was it A, 30 Rock, B, Friends, C, Sex and the City, or D, Seinfeld? Which was it? I could tell you, but then what will be the purpose of this whole thing? It would just be me telling you facts. No one wants that. Everyone came here to compete. Question 13 one more time. Kimmy and her boyfriend Dong go to Central Park and come across the Cherry Hill Fountain, which for them is kind of an accidental landmark. Dong thinks that he recognized the fountain from the opening credits of a TV show, which he knows as Six White Complainers. But the show's fountain that he's thinking of is actually in the Warner Brothers Ranch backlot in Burbank, California. What is the TV show's opening credits that Kimmy thought was filmed at the Cherry Hill Fountain in Central Park? I will say that a lot of people think that the show's opening was filmed at the Cherry Hill Fountain in Central Park. Was the show 30 Rock? Was the show Friends? Was the show Sex and the City? Or was the show Seinfeld? The dog is playing very loudly with his bone in the corner. I don't know if that's coming through on the broadcast, but what fun. I think this might be, well, we'll see. We'll see how you guys like having dogs around while I'm doing this. I may keep in the room next time, we'll see. Question number 14. In the episode Kimmy Meets a Drunk Lady, Kimmy wakes up on this wooden roller coaster that opened in 1927 and is still standing in Coney Island. What roller coaster did Kimmy wake up on? Was it A, the Thunderbolt, B, the Screaming Eagle? Was it C, the Great American Scream Machine? Or was it D, the Cyclone? Technically, I guess if you did watch the show and paid close attention, you'd know the answer to this one. But also, I think there's enough clues in there, probably. In the episode, Kimmy Meets a Drunk Lady, Kimmy wakes up on this wooden roller coaster that opened in 1927 and is still standing in Coney Island today. What roller coaster did Kimmy wake up on? Was it A, the Thunderbolt, B, the Screaming Eagle, C, the Great American Scream Machine, or D, the Cyclone? Which was it? We're heading towards our last question. So if you've joined us late and you want to submit your answers and you haven't heard any of the previous answers, this is the moment for you in the chat, either in Zoom. This is the moment for you either in the chat or in YouTube or in Zoom to let me know that you need one of the earlier questions. Because I know the answer sheet does not give away the question because we don't want people reading ahead. That's the dog playing with the bone. Only the best here. Question number 15. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt made headlines when it was being filmed in Greenpoint by temporarily naming a street after what New York legend first spotted in a subway in 2015. The legend was spotted in the subway. The street was in Greenpoint. What street was named for New York City legend in the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but on the laptop, this has never happened before while doing this. All of a sudden, I'm activating Siri, and that seems to be cutting off. There it is again. Should not have said her name, but it's at this point, it's almost a comedy of errors. What was the street? Was it Dr. Zizmore Way? Was it Pizza Rat Boulevard? Was it Timberland Boots Road? Or was it Milkshake Squirrel Drive? Come on, I'm in the middle of a stream. What are you doing? You can't just keep dropping your bone. People are watching. It's all around the world. It's the internet. People could be watching from anywhere. It's being archived on YouTube. You're just gonna sit there dropping your bone? Unbelievable. Question number 15 one more time. As far as I can tell, everyone has been with us and doesn't need to have the questions repeated, but we shall see. Oh wait, now here we go. Question number 1. Turns out I was looking at the wrong chat, and now I can see what everyone has been saying. Thank you, me. We will be going back, getting question number 1 one more time. Don't you worry. Here we go, question 15 for the second time. I keep being interrupted by the dogs. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt made headlines while it was being filmed in Greenpoint by temporarily naming a street after what New York legend, which was first spotted in a subway station in 2015. Was it Dr. Zizmore Way? Was it Pizza Rat Boulevard? Was it Timberland Boots Road? Or was it Milkshake Squirrel Drive? It was one of them. Which one was it? Going back to question number 1 now. For the folks who needed to hear question number 1. Let's see, going back in the chat. I'll say hi to Jared. Want to say hi to Scott in Queens. Want to say hi to the, oh boy, I should have stopped, Mylena? Oh man, this is tough. Shouldn't have started. Saying hello to Tova in Pittsburgh. Maylena, there we go. Thank you, I appreciate it. We're gonna go back to question number 1 now for a request. In the show, the theme song from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is sung by Walter Bankston after the mole women of Durnsville, Indiana are saved. It's not a spoiler. It literally happens in the first moments of the first episode. Also, the show was released like 4 years ago. The song is authentically fun and seems real because it was created by the Gregory brothers. I've once again activated the digital assistant. It was created by the Gregory brothers, creators of which web series? Did they create Slow Jam the News? Did they create Bad Lip Reading? Did they create Songify the News? Or did they create Star Wars Kid? That was question number 1. Melina, I know that you had a request for question number 1. There it is. If there's any other requests, this is the moment. This is your moment. If not, it is time for you to finalize your answers. If you've been keeping track of everything on a pen and paper, well, now is your time to head over to bit.ly/, PCT003 and enter it in. So let's have a little hang, huh? I'm in your home, or I'm on your phone, or on your computer. Maybe I'm on your television. It's just you and me, whoever you are. Also want to shout out Rena in Washington Heights. Thank you for joining us. We are here. We'll be here every Wednesday for a while. If we're not here on Wednesdays, perhaps you know of Park Life in Gowanus in Brooklyn, or over the summertime. You can find me on Wednesday nights hosting trivia similar to this, but it's outside, it's nice. You can get tacos, you can get yourself a beer, you can get yourself a cocktail. There are snacks. I do love my summer nights at Park Life. But you know what? Quite honestly, I just like being here with you. I've been killing a bunch of time. And so what I'm going to say is that let's say we've got 20 more seconds. I'm going to give everyone about 20 more seconds. What I'm going to also do is I'm going to check to make sure. I apologize if you're watching at home, which, you know, if you're with me right now, you have been. I'm going to get real close because the computer that I am doing this on is also the computer that I will be checking the results on. So we're here. It's you and me. I'm a little bit closer now. It's a little bit wobbly because I know you won't be able to see this, but I have two cocktail tables essentially stacked on top of each other, and then on a stand is the laptop, and then above is a ring light. But the important thing to know is that it's very precarious. So if you are still watching, need you to submit your answers. Need you to submit if you have not yet. However, I think we are going to bring this to a close. I have got the scores here. Okay, we've got some pretty good scores. They run the gamut tonight, which is cool. Just gonna double check this. All right, we're closing it off. That's it. No more answers. Here we go. Before we reveal who's won and the best team names, let's go over. The Gregory brothers created which web series? Slow Jam the News is from The Tonight Show. Bad Lip Reading is not it. Star Wars Kid wasn't a show, so the answer, of course, was Songify the News. Question number 2, Antoine Dodson's interview turned into what internet famous song? Tay Day did Chocolate Rain. Keyboard Cat was just a guy with his cat. Psy did Gangnam Style, which means, of course, the Bed Intruder song. It's the answer to number 2. Question number 3, Ally McBeal, her biological clock was represented by what meme? The hamster dance, it was not that. Admiral Akbar's It's a Trap, while it would be amazing to have repeatedly on a network television show, wasn't that. And it wasn't Badger, 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 because it is actually one of my favorite early internet memes, so it is the Dancing Baby, or also known as the Ooga Chaka Baby, spelled in multiple different ways. Question number 4, what TV show did Robert Carlock start his career as a TV writer on? That was sponsored by Taco Bell, Mug Root Beer, Mountain Dew, Diet Mug Root Beer, Pepsi Stuff, and then eventually Szechuan Dynasty because no one else wanted to touch the show. The answer to that, of course, was The Dana Carvey Show. Question 5, what was the spinoff that Robert Carlock was the co-executive producer of and the writer on? One of my favorite 30 Rock jokes is Supercomputer. It was a NBC show that mythologically kicked off a bunch of other shows. But the actual answer is Joey, the general network failure of Joey. Question number 6, who was the guest star in the 30 Rock episode Winter Madness? It was not Malala. Whoopi Goldberg was a guest star on 30 Rock, but not that episode. And it wasn't Emma Stone. Also, Whoopi Goldberg didn't portray Sarah Palin in Game Change and wasn't in Boogie Nights. So the answer, of course, is Julianne Moore. And in the chat, hello to Meredith. Question number 7. Who voiced Simba in the remake of The Lion King and was the third member of Derek Comedy? That is Donald Glover. Question number 8. Who lost the 2012 MTV Movie Award? Oh, there is that. There was the digital assistant one more time. Who did Ellie Kemper and Bridesmaids beat in 2012? The answer was 21 Jump Street, which Ellie Kemper was also in. Ellie Kemper's high school drama teacher, that's my favorite. My favorite question. Her high school drama teacher was John Hamm. He was a high school drama teacher a few years after college, moved to Los Angeles, and was like an abject failure for like a decade while waiting tables. He was dropped by his agency, just didn't work out, and his big break was Mad Men. Question number 10. Question number 10. What Broadway show cast did Titus join? The answer, of course, military grade LSD and going to Petco. It was Cats. Cats, everyone is hopefully calling for the mythical butthole cut of Cats to be released, where all of the cats in the movie have accidental buttholes. Question number 11, that's a real thing. Question number 11, members of what bands wrote the music for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark? The answer to that was U2. Question number 12, what challenge won a Special Achievement Webby Award in 2015? I will say that all of these are at least real challenges as far as I could research. I didn't spend too much time looking up the answer to D, but I did want to include it. The answer, of course, was the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. ALS, the shorter name for what you may know as Lou Gehrig's disease. In the YouTube chat, I just want to say, yes, we will be here every Wednesday night. You can subscribe to Littlefield NYC's YouTube channel, and we'll be back here 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday nights. Question number 13, what TV show's opening credits did Kimmy think were filmed at the Cherry Hill Fountain in Central Park? The answer is not 30 Rock. That was the opening, is all about Rockefeller Center. Dogs, come on. We're reading the answers here. Sex and the City is just on a random street. Seinfeld doesn't even have a real opening. So the answer is, of course, Friends. Question number 14, what wooden roller coaster opened in 1927 in Coney Island and still open today? Well, it's not open today, but it will eventually be opened this year. The answer is the Coney Island Cyclone roller coaster. Question number 15, what street was named for a New York City legend in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? It was not Dr. Zizmore. It was not Timberland Boots. It was Pizza Rat Boulevard. And so now let us go over our winners as I pull up the winner sheet here. So we've got a bunch of teams. I think everyone is worthy of a round of applause. Normally I would tell everyone to applaud everyone else. However, maybe there's no one else to applaud but me, and I don't want to be sitting here clapping, and maybe you've got this turned quiet, you don't want someone else to hear in the other room, whatever it might be. All my other panelists can unmute themselves and applaud the other teams. So I'll ask them to do that. I'll give them all time to realize I've just asked them to do something instead of just sitting there. But the important thing to know is that I will be telling everyone the name of the team and the score. So with 1 point, I would like to Ask everyone to applaud at home as well for Jan Esport Kimmy's backpack. I don't know if anyone else is, any of the other panelists who can hear this and aren't participating are going to be clapping along. All right, let's see. With 10 points, I'd like to congratulate the team. Nope. That's the name of the team. Nope. With 11 points, congratulations to Jimmy Schmidt. Oh my God. Pepper, Jimmy Schmidt has been playing trivia with us. Yeah, that's fantastic. Jimmy Schmidt. Hello, Jimmy. I know that you didn't say hello in the chat or introduce yourself, but I do want to say big fan. Congratulations on your 11 points. With 12 points, MW. MW 12 points. A good showing. All right, you get it. With 13 points, you don't tell me how to use you. Yeah, that's the name of the team. You don't tell me how to use you. 13 points. Congratulations. There it is. And then tied for first place. Congratulations. A perfect game. Perfect game, folks. They will both be going home with prizes. We both going home with prizes. We've got the behind the scenes panelist chat. Everyone's trying to figure out how to turn their mics on so they can hear everyone clap for them. With a perfect game, congratulations to both Daddy's Boys with a Z and Wireless Bras with an S. Congratulations, both of you, perfect games. And also congratulations to Jimmy Schmidt. You've won the best team name tonight. And I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out or staying in, let's say. I want to thank everyone for staying in, hanging out with us, and just having fun and being willing to support a venue in New York City from wherever you are. I know we've got folks folks from Pittsburgh. We've got folks all over New York City. Tell your friends, come back next time. Again, it's Wednesdays at 7 p.m. You can find it on littlefieldnyc.com. You can find it on the Littlefield YouTube channel. I think we're going to be expanding at some point. Our streaming will be moving also to Facebook if you are over on Facebook. So we're going to be everywhere. That is the point. And then everything I want you to know, everything that you have either donated or that you paid to play tonight, if you chose to donate to play, it all goes to Littlefield and their staff. Littlefield has been one of basically my second home in New York City for a few years now. And I've had the honor and the fun really to be hosting trivia on Wednesday nights, both virtually here tonight and then also in person as well. So next week we're going to get together. What is the theme? Next week's theme, of course, we had to have something. Pop culture trivia, Dick Wolf, and true crime shows. Dick Wolf, the executive producer of Law & Order and everything within the Law & Order universe. So you can sign up at littlefieldnyc.com. You can check theskint.com and thebriefly.com, and we will be posting more links about that and information about that. I want to thank you on behalf of my dogs who have been playing around in here for the last hour, Pepper and Scooter. For everyone who works at Littlefield, I want to thank you personally, and I also want to throw it out there as well. If you're in the New York City area, if you're near Gowanus and you want to grab yourself a pitcher of margaritas and some tacos before we get started next week at 7 p.m., Park Life NYC, it's in looking at people in the chat, dun dun. Park Life BK, you can find. It is on DeGraw Street in Gowanus between 3rd Avenue and 4th Avenues. And I believe it's parklifebk.com. So thank you for joining us. I appreciate the time, and we will see you next week right back here at Pop Culture Trivia.